We need to find what makes us whole. We need to start a new branch of intelligence, finding a way that makes us whole in order to find what makes you brand new and how to find your true home. We need to find what makes us whole, whether it is tending your garden, watering plants, delving deep into metaphysical subject matter, and balancing that with a healthy diet and occasional afternoon video games. We are the ones that are whole. Everybody needs to find out that everything is champion. Everything in this world was meant to fit into you so you could meet yourself. You are all that you have met. We all need to figure out that there is so much beauty that we can delve into. There is so much worthwhile that we can do in this world. We need to figure out that there is change and there is beauty in the beholder, in the eyes of the beholder. That means so many things can mean so many different things in everybody's own specific reality. We need to figure out what makes us whole and what makes us different instead of different ways that we can blend in. Find out what makes you tick before you blend in, or before you try to blend in. Because in the end, we are everything that makes us whole, and once we find what makes us whole, then we can champion who we are, and eventually who will we become, and eventually we will appreciate what we have become and what we will become. Because everybody shifts, everybody changes, everybody finds out in the end that we are made out of stardust. It is religion that teaches us that man was created out of dust, but not this dust. You see, we were not made out of this dust. We were not made out of that dust. We were made out of that dust. What comes from above, so below. As stars collapse, it reformulates below on the earth. And then we find beauty in our own beholding. We find beauty on our own plate. We find beauty what is in our own lives. We find beauty for what creates us. We find beauty for what makes us whole. We find beauty in what makes us whole. And that is something to champion every day. But it's glory.
Huh?
Nothing. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Just making some YouTube videos. What do you want to say to inspire the world?
Long live the white man.
Long live the white man. What about you?
I think number 45 works for Putin.
Oh. But how we grow as people is figure out what is around us. We grow as people once we figure out what grows us as individuals. We grow ourselves like the plants grow and release oxygen to help our growth and our survival in this world. We need to create something more than we can ever possibly imagine. Anything that is possible becomes possible once you look into every single possibility that could ever be performed. There is so much we could find, just like right here. We found something. No matter how small and insignificant it is, we eventually find something. And the smallest things could always mean anything. We need to find a way to make anything work. But in order to be whole and find yourself, you need to be a creator. Create what inspires you. Because everybody creates. Because it's a natural flow of life. Creation is the flow of life. But in order to have creation, there also needs to be destruction, the anti-creation. Because in order for there to be endless, expansive creation, some of the older, more insignificant parts of creation need to be destroyed. And then we will find something else to create. Something, we will learn the lessons of what was created that was insignificant and create something even more. You know, something more perfected in the minds of the beholder and the eyes of the beholder. You always have to create something new. Create something inspiring. Do something new. Do everything you can with your life. And you will find something new. You'll find something beautiful. But most of all, it's something new. What is new will always be worshipped in a way. Because it's something new. It's something that we haven't discovered yet. It's something we haven't ruminated on. It's something we haven't thought about. It's something new. And once we find something new, we find something that'll inspire you. Like once upon a time, we came from here. That was something new, thousands of years ago, that humanity could be created from such dust. But eventually, when we do this, the idea disappears. The idea completely disappears and is always replaced with something new. Every religion said we came from dust. But New Age belief, and the new belief, is that that stars actually collapse, and all the elements of those collapsed stars move in energy and eventually become us. So in a weird way, religion was ignorant about the idea, but ultimately correct on the idea. So it just comes back, and we have to come back and ruminate on old ideas and figure out what was right about it and how it changed and what made it right, but also how ignorant it was. That is how we come up with new ideas. Because there's always a creation pattern. And also, there's a destruction pattern, such as this. The more you toy with it, the less meaningful it becomes. But when it's new and fresh in your hands, it's new. It's a new idea. It's something brand new, wicked new. And we don't understand it, but eventually, once we understand it, it'll start falling apart. And new ideas. We came from the stars. Collapsed energy formulates new life.